This you?
Was poppin'. Welcome to Nicky and Moose. I'm Nicky, and Moose is not here. He is still in Egypt, but I'm holding it down today. All right, I'm holding it down today. So what I need first and foremost, please like this video. Please share this with everybody. So I'm gonna need y'all energy because Moose ain't here. Okay, Moose ain't here, so I need y'all energy today so we can get through this breakdown. But you know, today, episode 144 dropped today. Who listened to the podcast? Type in 1 if you listen to the podcast. The audio experience dropped today. That's going to be a vibe. But today, we are going to be talking about the one and only Gary V. Okay, you've probably seen him on the podcast as far as much as we talk about him. I don't even know why I'm talking like this. But as much as we break him down, we're talking about it from a more intensive, more visual, more my style breakdown. You feel me? My style breakdown. But of course, drop where you're watching this from, please, and thank you. I got a lot of people in the building showing up. They're saying, "Look, let me get this right. This here we go." Says I'm here. Mike is here. What up? Said landed. I see you. We here. Shout out to Steph. I see you. Sam, what's popping? What's up, Isaiah? Of course, happy 4th of July, all right? It's the holiday. I'm not trying to hold you up, but I'm still trying to be consistent and still trying to add value to you. But let's get into this live, quick, fast, in a hurry. I ain't trying to hold you guys up on a holiday. Now, Gary V has been killing it for a very, very, very long time. Now, there's some things that I agree, some things that I don't, right? And one of the things that we cannot say that he does not do is that he puts out a whole guap of content. And so what I want to do today is look at his Instagram, break it all the way down, find different clues that we can use for ourselves, right? For ourselves, and see how we could apply it to our content strategy. How can we create some of this content in our own swag? Because if this man is constantly putting out content, what can we learn from him? Okay, so if you're ready, I need the chat to blow up, right? I need the comments in the replay to blow up because this is about to be a really dope breakdown. Let's get right into his Instagram. Now, Gary V has about 10.1 million followers, which is crazy, right? But there's one thing that I want to say off top, and in the chat or in the comments, I want you to point out what stands out to you from Gary V profile, content, whatever you want to go about it. But what stands out to you? What are some words that when you hear Gary V, what pops out to you? All right. So for me, when I look at his content, the thing that shows up the most in my mind is that he isn't creating content. He is the content. If we pay attention, and this is lesson 1, where we have to look at our life sometimes is just the content. We don't have to go out of our way sometimes to have talking head videos, to be intentional with showing behind the scenes. Literally all he does, and we could break this down very quickly, is he shows when he's on podcasts, so he's intentionally being on podcasts. He shows when he's talking to people. He shows when he's speaking. And then he shows what he's doing in his office, right? So, and let me see what you guys say about, hold up. We got Side Piece Season. Shout out to Side Piece Season. Says fired up. We got altruism. Don't give me hard words. I think I said that right. I think I said that right. Janita said his face. It's a Gary V show. Oh, niceness is key. Oh, absolutely. Some of y'all said the titles, and he adds value. Eliminating excuses. That's a good one too. He isn't a studio. What's that mean? What's that mean, Janita? What's that mean? So, let's break down. Let's break this down, right? So there's a few ones that I want to talk about in particular. Let's just go with one of his latest ones. I'm going to stop and start like I did last week, but let's do this. Of course it's muted. Hold on.
Only two things. One, you actually don't let her spend time on it, which, as you know, is very hard because everybody in her world will be on it. Two, and this is the most important, the only way, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I think about this a lot. This is my number one thing that I'm most passionate about, period, in the end of the world. Number one way to protect the child is to build their self-esteem. When a child is...
So, one, can we, let me break this down real quick. One, really good title. Up top, you know exactly what you're getting into. Is the internet hurting the youth? So now you're curious and you click on it. When we're talking about our content, are we having if we put titles, are we telling people what it is? Does it make them curious to click, right? It doesn't give the answer, but doesn't make us curious to click. When we're writing out titles, let's think about that. What's going to make people curious? What's going to make people understand what exactly this is about? Two, in here, it's just content of him talking to a fan. Not too worried about audio, even though he is mic'd up, right? Even though he's mic'd up, not too worried about audio. You want to hear more of the organic side, his environment, that whole nine. So that's another thing. Behind the scenes, we're not too worried about getting it perfect. We're just trying to get the actual environment and what's going on, right? Because now you feel a little bit connected, like, oh, snap, I'm in the room with him. Three, I like what he did there. As he's answering the question, he connects with the lady by saying, yo, I have a daughter too. So this is where he is a listener and he knows the concern. And if you want to build a strong connection, how can you really relate to the person instead of just giving the answer? So I like what he did there and showed of like, yo, I'm just like you. I'm here with this problem too. How are you being relatable? So in here, one, title. Two, are you relatable, right? Three, are you showing behind the scenes? Not so worried about the audio as long as it's not super overwhelming, but are we showing behind the scenes? So that's one of those things. And like I said, he's not intentionally creating content. He is the content, right? Shout out to Side Piece with the super sticker. I see you. I appreciate it, right? Oh, and of course, captions, because a lot of people watch with sound off. Look at that. See? There we go. If y'all see something I don't, or maybe that I forgot, drop it in the chat. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Like I said, this is going to be really interactive today. Empathy always tops sympathy. Sure does. Sure does. All right, so here's another one that really stood out to me that is kind of a hack, right? It's kind of a hack. And I'm realizing this because if you look at, and let's just look at numbers real quick, right? This one got 6,337 likes. This one got 9,556. This one got 3,000. This one got 28.6. And it's just a picture. And I want to break down this picture because there's a lot of people who do not like to create videos, right? They don't like to create videos. So I want to show you a picture that is turned into a video that is getting a lot of plays. So let's break this down. All right, y'all hear the music. I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get no strikes on my joint, right? Hive is in the building. Come on. I see you. I see you. Sam says he is the content. So let's break this picture down and why this is doing so good and why it probably has a lot of plays. One, I got distracted instantly of what is happening on this building, right? And it's looping. This is a looping picture / video, right? So one, can we have something that loops that is not so distracting, but will catch somebody's attention? That's one thing. Two, he put a lot of text with a really, this applies to people under 40. Boom. This tells you exactly who he is talking to. If you're not under 40, this isn't for you. But if you're under 40, you may want to read this. Addressing your audience immediately is important. People want to know who exactly are you talking to. I know exactly who he's talking to. He's talking to me. He's probably talking to you. He's probably talking to somebody across the street, right? He's addressing his audience immediately. Now, he also has this small text. Here's the trick with small text. And this is another thing that I've seen work very well with TikTok, where if you put a lot of words, people are not going to read it the first go round. They're going to have to loop this over and over and over again to see what exactly it is. What are you trying to say? So this is like a little hack that we can apply to our own stuff. When we're taking a picture and turning it into a reel, turning it into a TikTok, whatever vertical video that we want to do, are we having a title that's going to appeal to our audience, that our audience knows exactly it's me you're talking to, okay? I'm talking to only a specific group of people. I'm not talking to everybody, right? So are you addressing the audience? If we're writing text, are we writing a good amount that will make people want to read, but in the background, it's looping over and over and over and over again? You feel me? So that's a little hack that he did that I ain't mad at, that we should try as well. Okay? So if you're going to try this, or if you thought that was a good idea, put your favorite emoji in the chat. Okay? Put your favorite emoji in the chat. So, wait. Cool. He said, under 40, and I hate a lot of words, so cat. Wait, what? All right, Isaiah. The title, here we go. The title, he already called out under 40. See, okay, you're getting it. You're getting it. Shout out to y'all. Title, relatability, showing behind the scenes. Come on, Medcom, I see you. Said, that's amazing. Yeah, like I said, we need these tips. I got you. I mean, I got you. But I want you as I'm saying these tips, write them out, share them in the chat, and then as well as whatever you see, drop it in there. Okay? Now, let's go back. I said I'm not going to stay here long. I want y'all to enjoy your holiday, but I do want to bring certain things up. Now, here's another one I want to bring up. Hold up.
Arbitrage here. Find this very fascinating. Overstock.com buys Bed Bath & Beyond at a bankruptcy to use the brand name to rebrand Overstock.com. I like this. I love arbitrages. I love when people are thinking a little bit differently. You don't see this all the time, and for a lot of internet companies or small entrepreneurs here, for a lot of you, you may have really good businesses in really good sectors where an iconic company in your sector is actually out of business or on the way out, and buying it just for the arb of the name, given the size and scale you might be at, Overstock's a big company.
I'm going to stop it. There's probably a little bit more, but I want to stop it just in case YouTube wants to give me a strike. But 2, start typing. Those who are on live and those watching the replay, start typing what you think, why you think I picked this one.
Some of the people watching here are going to be too small to do this, but for the ones that are a little further along, this might become a more common move as some of the iconic brands that we know in different categories start to face big challenges by not being contemporary marketers, not winning on the internet, not winning on social. I thought this was clever, thought it was worth sharing, hope it brings some value. Think about little moves like this, like new account names and things like that for you.
All right, so let's break this down and why I picked this one. 1, green screen. Green screen effect is one of the most underrated features, but is super valuable. Let me explain why. You literally can take a screenshot or put up a picture and you just explain your perspective. My man was in a car, nothing fancy, no crazy, not even a white background. He was in a car explaining his point of view about what happened in his niche, in his market, right? He's not talking about anything outside of what he's known for. He is known for talking about different business tips and different entrepreneurship tips, social media tips, positivity, self-care, right? So one of the most easiest things that's not going to take a whole team to do is he finds something that's relevant or happening right now in his niche. He'll take a screenshot. He'll jump on green screen and he will explain why he likes it, why he doesn't like it, and what kind of value it's going to add to the audience. So when I think about this, I'm like, we could all do this. This is not... If we look at it from a front face value, all it is it's not even good quality. Look at it. It's not good quality.
Pretty interesting arbitrage here. Find this very fascinating. Overstock.com.
It's not good quality, but yet it did great numbers, right? It did great numbers. Why? Because people just want to see what you have to say about certain things that are happening in your market and in your niche. It doesn't take highly produced content over and over again. Just grab your phone, something that you read, something that you like, something that happened to you, put it there and do like a quick story time or do a quick perspective check. You feel me? And shout out to Janita for the super sticker. Y'all coming out and supporting the channel today. Y'all, look, we got using green screen effect. He's educating. Okay, y'all getting this. I like this. I like this for y'all. I like this for y'all. Shout out to Isaiah. It's green screen. Come on. Okay, y'all getting this. I like this. Sam says green screen catches attention. And no, it does. It really does. You know, so add that to your mix. These are different tips to add to your content strategy, right? So if you like the green screen vibe, maybe you want to add that for the week. I'm not saying every single day, but once a week, you could do that. There's something always happening in your niche, something that always motivates you that you can do that. Now, let's see what this says.
Had I wrote a $25,000 check into that company like I did the other companies, it'd be worth $300 million. I passed on Uber twice. My first book ever. I thank my entire family and one random dude, the founder of Uber, my homie Travis. He starts at Uber with my other buddy Garrett.
All right. So I'm not even going to let that play too long. The reason why I want to, and Isaiah, I need you to do me a favor. This is from, I believe this is the Breakfast Club interview. This is an old interview that they repurposed and put some new graphics on, right? Put some sound effects to it, put some B-roll to it, and made it feel new again. Okay, he did this years ago. I really do want to say years ago. I know it wasn't in the past 2 years, but he did this years ago. Shout out to Isaiah. He said, correct. Thank you, sir. That's why I have Isaiah in my life. But this is what we call repurposing to like the 10th level. And what I mean by that is all we have to do is look back at some of our old content and be like, can I add a title? Is there certain graphics that I can add to it? I'm not saying get as fancy as having the cash go from behind them, because like Isaiah will tell you that has to deal with masking and special effects. I'm not asking you to do all that, but can we add something? Can we add a GIF? Can we add a logo? Can we add sound effects? Because Instagram and TikTok Instagram and TikTok will allow you to do it natively in the app. CapCut will allow you to add a good amount of sound effects right in there, right? How can we take something old and turn it into something new again that people will appreciate? If you look at it, even though this is old. See, so right here, Isaiah said it, 2016. This interview was done in 2016. Content lasts forever. It's not something that is just for that day, for that week. This is a 2016 situation. And it sounded and looked like new. Now, if you look at it, you're like, you do look a little younger. So this does give it a throwback feel, but the style is current. How do we take old content from 3, 4, 5 years ago, and how can we remix it to make it relevant for today? And you still see a whole bunch of comments from it, right? You still see a whole bunch of comments. So it's not like, and if I was to go through it, you're not going to see anything that says, oh my God, this is old. Why did you post this? No one's going to say that. No one's going to say that. Someone's going to say, look, you got goats. You said good. Never regret your decisions, right? Look, okay, boom. Seen this 3 years ago and motivated me to try new things all the time. Never underestimate the power of any idea. So my man saw it and still gave a comment, and it was positive. Put it in perspective. Fire. Great tips as always. It's still adding value. Our old content is going to still add value to the current audience. So we got to think about that. There's a lot of things that we've posted that we kind of forgot about because we're like, we already posted it already. But some people need the reminder. Some people didn't even see it. You have new people that didn't even know it was out there. So Gary Vee is really good at repurposing content. As you saw with Isaiah said that's 2016. We're in 2023. That is a bit ago. You feel me? That is a bit ago. So, Jersey is fire. Oh, I mean, thank you. Thanks. Thank you. You feel me? Old style, but looks current. It is. It is. All right? So, if we are going to look at some of our past content and we're going to try to give it a new spin this month, I'm not going to pressure you and say, do it tomorrow. I'm not even going to pressure you to say, do it this week. Because it's a holiday week, so some of us are a little bit chill. I get it. But this month, if you plan on looking back at some of your old content from last year, the year before that, the year before that, and try to give it a new spin, drop an emoji right now. Whether you're watching this live or watching this on the replay, drop an emoji live now. I said live. Now, so you can say, yo, I'm about to repurpose some of this content. I need to stop overthinking and thinking that people have seen it already because they haven't. All right? Listen, history has an audience and a channel. Shout out to Isaiah. So listen, let's do like two more. Like I said, it's the holiday. I ain't trying to hold you up. Let's do like two more. Let's see what Gary V has to say about AI, because it says deep fake.
I believe for the last 100 years that video has actually been the judge and jury of society. At the end of the day, what has actually kept a lot of our humanity in check is that video proof has been the judge and jury. We are entering the first time since pre-video where we will be living in a world in 10 years with deep fake videos where by default everyone here will not believe the video is true. There will be more fake videos made than real videos. There will be more content of me on the internet saying things I never said than things I actually said. Like, we are not gonna believe pictures and video. That's insane. That's how the whole world has worked forever. So we have some solutions to figure out. I believe for the last 100 years.
Okay. All right. So drop in the comments why you think I picked this one. Drop in the comments and shout out to everybody who's active. I appreciate y'all. So this one is interesting to me. One, because of the topic that he picked. Y'all know I'm an AI. I love AI, so anything with AI I'm gonna read or I'm going to listen to. But what I love about this is more of a chill, couch vibes. Let me give you my thoughts and let me give you a perspective that doesn't give you a solution, but gives you a worry about my industry, about my market. This is how I look at the content. Sometimes we can't, as experts, as brands, as personal brands, we have always feel a sense of responsibility to always have all the answers. And we don't have all the answers. And it's okay to show that we don't have all the answers. And this is what Gary V just showed right there. Here is the concern. Let me break down why is it a concern, and let me break down how I don't necessarily have the answer, and we have to be diligent in getting this answer because this is a concern. Once again, when it comes to content like this is what makes him seem human. I don't know all the answers. I'm a bit worried about this too. What? You're worried? What? You don't have the answers? This is crazy. We don't always have to be perfect. We don't always have to know everything. We can literally just state our concerns, our worries, our thoughts about things, and that's just fine. Because people are going to say, yo, me too. Yo, people are going to be like, it gives them the freedom to say their opinion. In a world that sometimes is not acceptive of what you have to say. You are now creating a safe space that is saying, hey, I don't know everything. I would love to know your thoughts on that. And now you are, with content like this, allows a safe space for your audience to engage with you. And we have to ask the question, are we really creating a safe space for our audience? Or are we seeming too disconnected, as if we know all the answers? I don't need your perspective. I know everything. I don't need you to even talk in the comments because I told you everything. So what more do you need to tell me because I told you everything? You see why some of us is not getting any comments? You're not leaving space for them to leave comments. You didn't even leave any space of like, yo, what do you think about this? This is my side of it. I don't even know where video's going to be at in a bit. You feel me? So let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying. Mike says, I'm an old dude, Nicky, so I'm not so hot on AI. I'm sorry. Definitely like the vibe. Opens up the conversation. Exactly. Prepare to be sick of me is on when I get my shop on Thursday. Reels loading. I see you. AI is loved by most, but feared by others. That's a good one. Says, that also the reason for people to put out more content rather than later. Yep. Y'all getting it. See? And this is, and what I love about doing this, now I'm thinking about how to do lives like this a little bit more for y'all, where we're not doing anything crazy. We're going over the content that's already there and picking out what can we learn from this? How do we seem human? How do we seem relatable? How can we create content that is going to create conversations? How do we create content without creating content? These are all some of the secrets that Gary Vee shows in his content without saying a single word. Right? So here, where's that? You know what I want to find? Is this the carousel one? No, there's this carousel one that I want to see if I could find. Let's see if I can find it. If I can't, I'm going to show another one. I like this one. This is fire. Oh, that's dope. I like how they did that. Shoot. That's fire. Is this it? That's not it. But let's break this one down because I like how these are done, right? Let me have the sound off. Once again, address who you speaking to. Write out the text. Darken out the background a little bit so the text can stand out. Okay? And then always have some kind of logo or signature that identifies that this is your content. That's kind of a style, swag situation that we be talking about sometimes. He uses his signature, but I'm saying it could be anything that really, like, on all your content, they can expect to see that. Excuse me. They know that's you. So, title, who are you talking to? Are you 54 years old? Text, make sure the background's a little bit dark so it stands out, and a little bit of a logo, right? Same thing, 54 years old. Instead of dwelling on what you have not accomplished, boom, 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 right? Boom, then he does a video.
You have 24-year-old children and you've decided that all the dreams you had are over and you couldn't accomplish them, you haven't even fucking started. And I know the comments are gonna come in and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. You have 30
All right, you know he curses. My apologies, especially if you're with the babies. I apologize. But it's Gary V, and it's gonna happen. So, but let's break down without him cursing at us no more. Without him cursing at us no anymore. This is where picture that turned video, picture that's turned video. This is a great combination of for a carousel that will keep people right on the platform. Think about it like this. Instagram rewards people who can keep the audience on the platform longer. When you are doing a carousel, yes, pictures are dope. Yes, having a storyline that goes along with it is dope. But what is also a good hack is for you to put a picture, put another picture, put a video. Have a mix up between pictures and videos to keep people there longer, so so Instagram can see like, oh snap, this person keeps them on the platform longer. We like them. We're going to push out more of their stuff. We got to play the platform game sometimes, and that's what Gary V does very, very well. All right, very, very well. His content's all about documenting, not recording. That is a fact. That is a fact, people. Telling you. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. What's going to pop out to me? Oh, this is hilarious.
Birthmark, but it doesn't matter.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I wasn't ready.
You think is a big deal in 9th grade means absolutely fucking nothing for 90% of your life.
Absolutely.
Okay. Even though Gary, I see what he's doing, right? I see what he's doing. Let's break down exactly what he's doing. One, he proves a good point. No one cares about how you look. It's a small percentage, and this is a message for certain people. This is not for everybody. But there's a small percentage that will care about anything that you're wearing or what's on your face or how your hair is, your stuttering problem, that whole nine. What Gary V did right there, I gotta give him props. And let me explain why. Because he put a person who was insecure about getting on video and put him on one of the biggest platforms, right? 10 million people on his platform, made content from it to say, yo, no one really cares. Why? Because you're going to get a whole bunch of comments that are encouraging, and you may get one or two people chuckling in the background and no one cares. We have to look at the positive more than the negative. We have to think about the purpose of why we created our brand, why we created our content, more than, yo, what do they think about my birthmark? What do they think about this? What do they think about the tooth that's a little bit crooked? What do they think about the hair that isn't all the way right and I didn't get my highlights done just yet? You know, what do they think about I didn't iron my shirt? I'm not going to go. Like, and I always like to bring it back to where, when it comes to the pandemic. And I say this because with the pandemic, it showed the people who really cared about how they looked, they didn't show up often. They started being consistent, if they even showed up at all. Where the people who felt more comfortable with themselves, just like, yo, I ain't get my hair done either. Nails ain't done. I'm at home a lot. I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna do this. So, little message. No one cares about how you look. It's about the message that you have to give. It's about the people that you're serving. And I love what Gary did there, where he's like, yo, I'm going to connect with my people, provide my platform to show that, yo, you can do this. No one cares. You're about to see a whole bunch of positive comments. Please keep going, right? So that's what I like. That's what I like. Shout out to Kurt, who's in the building. You know what I mean? Wait. Also reminds me of white chicks. Who could say that? Why is... Shout out to Isaiah. We love Isaiah. He makes this chat so amazing. But anyways, people, that's all I really wanted to go over. And I don't want to hold you. I don't want to take you for the whole hour. But there's a lot. Shout out to King Bro for the super chat. Come on. I appreciate y'all. But if there's some things that we can learn from Gary V as far as his content marketing, it's not about the message that he says as far as, yo, be on all social media platforms and drop, 7 pieces of content on each platform each day. That's unrealistic for the people who are teams of one or a small team. It's a great goal, but it's very unrealistic. He says that, and you've probably heard him say that, because he has a team and he has that ability to do that. We have to be mindful of what we can do. But what we also can do is take the lessons that we got from Instagram and from his content and see what we can apply. One, we do not have to create content. We are the content. Let's just document some of the things that we're doing. Skim through it and see what's good to post. How can we put titles on our content so people can truly understand what they're getting into? Right? What is our main things? He speaks. He runs a business. He connects with the people. Right? And so this is what we see. Him speaking. He jumps on podcasts. He connects with the people. And he's sometimes in his office doing business. Or you'll hear him do some business meetings. You'll see all that. Are we putting out what truly embodies us and what we want people to know of us? And then also, if he wants to get extra speaking gigs, he just shows more of him speaking. There you go. Shout out to Chris for the super sticker. Come on. Y'all showing up today. Another hack. Remember, if we have a picture, how can we loop it? How can we add some text? How can we address our audience off top with our titles, with our hooks? This applies to people under 40. There was one for people who were 50, right? And then green screen. How can we stay relevant with our market, with our niche, by just going on green screen, not worrying about, too much of the look, because this is supposed to give an organic vibe, and put it out there to give our perspective. So these are some of the things that I've noticed with Gary V that you guys and even myself can take and put into our own content strategy. Fair? All right, that's listen. Drop in the comments or drop in the chat. What is something that you're going to do that really stood out to you from this breakdown? Okay? Said it's the holiday. I don't want to go too in, but I did want to drop a few things here and there. Just a few things here and there that we can take for next week, that we could take for the following week, that we could probably take for next month. And between last week and this week, we should be good. All right? We should be good. Anyways, I'm out, people. Do me a favor. 1, check out the podcast. 2, video drops tomorrow. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, full episode drops. So go check that out. Creator Ave every Friday, 6 a.m. Okay? Go check that out. I want to appreciate everyone who joined me, gave me love on the chat, supported me these past 2 days while Moose was gone. I couldn't do it without you, and so I appreciate y'all. I really, really, really do. Okay? Y'all made last week fire. Y'all made this week fire. And so I appreciate that. All right? I love you guys. Tell people, go check this replay. Have a happy 4th of July. You know what I'm going to say.